1st of June, during Kenya's Madaraka Independence Day celebrations, the Central Bank of Kenya announced the replacement of the current banknotes with new generation banknotes. This announcement was coupled with another where Kenyans must exchange all 1,000 shilling notes with the new generation notes by the 1st of October 2019, when these old notes would become obsolete. The second part of the announcement was akin to a similar decision made by the Indian government in 2016, where they demonetized 500 and 1,000 rupee notes. The Kenyan announcement had the same objective to the one done by India, which was to curb corruption, money laundering, and counterfeiting of currency. Let's take a trip back 9 years, back to 2010, when Kenya's constitution was amended through a referendum. One of the fundamental changes was in Article 231, where Kenya's notes and coins were meant to have images and symbols depicting Kenya and not portraits of individuals. In a country where all of its notes had the photos of individuals, this meant that a significant change was coming in Kenya's banknotes and coins. The first phase of this change was in December 2018, when the central bank announced new generation coins. Unlike the old coins, which featured portraits of former presidents, this new legal tender featured Kenya's rich wildlife heritage. The second reason was to crack the whip on embezzlement of public funds and stem the issue of counterfeiting of currency in Kenya and neighboring countries. In the announcement, the central bank governor noted with concern that 1,000 shilling notes are used for illicit financial flows in Kenya and other countries in the region. It is also believed that corrupt politicians and business people in the country are holding millions, if not billions of shillings of illegal cash in their houses, safe deposit boxes, and other locations. Most of this cash is held in 1,000 shilling notes, which is currently the highest value banknote in Kenya. When the announcement was made, the central bank mentioned that the transition to the new currency notes had already started, and an awareness campaign to educate the public began immediately after the announcement. The announcement also gave a key date, the 1st of October 2019, when all 1,000 shilling notes would become obsolete. This gave a 4-month window for those holding large amounts of cash in this denomination to exchange them in two ways depending on the amount that they have. If they were holding less than 5 million, they can exchange the 1,000 shilling notes at their local bank, provided they have an account there and they declare the source of the funds. However, those holding upwards of 5 million would need to exchange the cash directly at the central bank. As with anything in the world, there emerged positive and negative comments around the announcement. On the positive side, the new notes were welcomed for portraying Kenya's heritage, including the Kenyatta International Conference Center, a well-recognizable landmark in the country, Kenya's wildlife represented by the mighty lion, Kenya's productive agricultural sector, which contributes more than 25% of the country's GDP, and much more. The notes also bear features for the visually impaired to differentiate the values by running their fingers over the notes. The 50 shilling has 1 bar, the 100 shilling has 2 bars, the 200 has 3 bars. It is 4 bars for the 500 shilling note and 5 bars for the 1,000 shilling notes. To protect from counterfeiting, the notes also have increased security features when they are held up to the light. The notes reveal a watermark of a perfect lion's head, the text CBK, and the note's value. This is among other security features such as the raised text on the note's value and the text Kenya. On a more critical note, as I earlier mentioned, the 2010 constitutional amendment stated that currency should not have any portrait of an individual. Many Kenyans therefore took to social media to protest the inclusion of the face of the founding father, who is also the father to the current president, Uhuru Kenyatta. Other critics noted that there was no participation from the general public on the design of the notes, as well as the decision to demonetize the 1,000 shilling notes. This has been the basis of a petition filed at the High Court, challenging their decisions by the central bank. Other critics mention the absence of symbols that Kenya is well known for example, athletics and football. Kenya is known to have many marathon kings, including Eliud Kipchoge and Brigid Kosgei, who recently delivered victory for the country in the 2019 edition of the London Marathon. In November of 2016, the government of India announced that effective midnight of the day the announcement was made, it had demonetized 501,000 rupee notes and was issuing new notes. The aim was to reduce the circulation of illicit and counterfeit cash in the economy. The announcement also had a secondary aim to spur the growth of a cashless economy, which India had always struggled to get going. These efforts by the Indian government were recently termed as a failure because 99% of the demonetized notes were deposited into the banking system, and India is still struggling to get their cashless systems going. The central bank governor is optimistic that the move by the Kenyan government will be successful, unlike the Indian example, thanks to two things: first being proper planning, and second being effective communication. These two pillars were thought to have led to failure in the Indian plan. Would like to hear your thoughts on this. Do you think the demonetization of the 1,000 currency notes will achieve the benefit of tackling corruption? Let us also know your thoughts on what you feel was missed out. I recently had some football fans saying that football should have been featured given Divock Origi's amazing goal during Liverpool's Champions League win. So let us know what you think, and remember to subscribe to our channel to learn more with us. Thank you.